prođe i baš je dobro napraviti nekoliko
Get ready, guys.
da se od... Da. Evo, vašeg, evo predajem Boži.
Hvala. Tako je, gospodin Vječeh i Hasan Čelik ovdje u tandemu.
Bliska borba, ali malo skraćuje tamo Hasan na prebacivanju i ima užu putanju ovdje, ne gađa spoljni deo krivine, to bi moglo da ga košta, ali zamena pozicija uskoro pa da vidimo kako će se snaći kao lider.
Da, zamjena pozicija. Ja se puno zahvaljujem Saletu što je evo odvojio malo vremena i za nas, malo da popriča. Evo, drago mi je jako da sam čula evo i njegovu stranu. Hvala jako puno na
njegovo ime.
Na komentarima i na pohvalama. Idemo vidjeti dalje šta se dešava ovdje kod nas u našim tandemima. Rekli smo Vječeh vs. Čelik. Tu se vidi baš klipanje Hasana, nažalost. Ima ping issues. Pa se
I to je sad Damjanu teško da isprati.
Da. Jako težak zadatak za Damjana, ali on to sve majstorski, koliko ja vidim, odrađuje bez
Pilecki wins. Next pair, Gardiner, Yatsishin. Gardiner is lead.
Brainstorm. Vječek is going forward. Hasan, thank you so much for being part of Days of Champions. I hope you will join us in next round also. Now, exactly. Let's see what he has to offer. This is not his first appearance though. Ooh, nice. Nice, good, okay.
We do see some left foot corrections.
Exactly.
But for now it does look fluid-ish. Just feel the zones nicely. But as far as considering the speed, that will be deducted for sure because he'll use a lot of left foot on the places where he shouldn't. And that's it for Hasan's first.
Agora sim, vai ser dada a largada. Pista liberada. Hasan Selik na sua tela, diretamente do Autódromo de Londrina. Oferecimento de lotes, valores especiais e Royal Courage. E Next Level. Se prepara para o lançamento, vem para a primeira zona externa da pista com bastante agressividade, para cima do inside clip 1, inicia muito bem o Hasan Selik, vem agora para a segunda zona externa da pista, inicia bem, vem tentando buscar a proximidade para cima do muro, entra com bastante ângulo nessa entrada da zona do touching goal, desculpa, vem finalizando agora para a última zona externa da pista, o Hasan Selik. Estilo 28, totalizando em 71 pontos para o Hasan Selik. Vamos para o próximo.
But it isn't an improvement to 90.7, but would have been a decent score overall for Ahmed, as we see that RB30 public S15 of Ahmed, or of Hassan, who is our last driver of the night. Let's see if Hassan can put on a show, trying to improve from an 86, a new driver to the series. He's doing absolutely unbelievable so far as Hassan. Pushing out to 4, transitions to 5, perfect from Hassan as he's pushing as wide as he possibly can. Drops a wheel though as Hassan coming up towards Stromwheel's wall there, but perfect through 6. Transitions back out towards 7 and run that perfect wide line through 7 as Hassan goes to show exactly the reason why you don't need a big fancy private car to go and have a bit of crack. You can just join in one of the public cars, and we do have an SVDS car pack as well if you want to come driving. If you do have a wheel though, all around again to go one more time. It's Hassan in that public S15, a brand new driver to the series, driving that RB30 public VDC 4.0 S15. Let's see what Hassan can do now. A big flick from Hassan now as he comes down in towards outer zone 2. Now into clip 3, perfect from Hassan though. This is a perfect example that you don't need a big fancy private car to go driving. As he comes in through clip 5 now, lovely and wide from Hassan now. He does the RB30 S15 set up an absolutely dial now as he comes in towards clip number 6. Pushing it out towards 7, this is where he puts the foot to the floor, opens up the throttle out towards clip 8, and perfect from Hassan. That is unbelievable for his first ever round of the Scottish Virtual.
Pista liberada, pista autorizada. E vem ele. Já iniciando o Furicai, vem para a primeira zona externa da pista, inicia um pouquinho atrasado. Vem para o inside clip 1, preenche bem ele. Se prepara para a transição, vem para a segunda zona externa da pista, dá um toquezinho no muro, recupera. Vem para o touching goal, se prepara para a transição, vem agora para a última zona externa da pista, vai finalizando a sua primeira volta de classificação, o Hasan Selik.
So, watching from Macedonia.
Rino Krgovic and Hasan Selik. Rino's first time driving sim. Oh, unfortunately, he overcooks it. He hits Hasan Selik into the rear left tire. And
Maybe they're doing wings around the cone. Maybe I don't know. We'll watch the replay anyway. So Hassan definitely getting caught lacking there with that E36. The speed of it is just unbelievable, and he makes good headway there to catch back up, and does do a decent job in the chase here. Now, was it as clean as Samuels? We'll have to see. The judges will have to tell us that. But good for here from both drivers. Hassan doing everything in his power to catch up to Samuel, even having to cut the track there a little bit to stay with him. But Simon Cuddy doing a very smart move there. Didn't really know the pace of Hassan, so held back a little bit and then absolutely dropped the pedal, get up on that door, that RBS 15, and really send him around the track, push him around, bumper on bumper transition there. Wow. Hassan, again, running a very good line here in his lead. So this actually might be a bit closer than we thought. Samuel on the bumper again there on that transition as they come around clip 7 and up into clip 8. I'm not sure, Keen. This could be a little bit closer than we actually thought. And we do have a decision. It's left for Samuel Cuddy, right for Hassan. And we have Samuel Cuddy getting the win, heading through to the top 16. Hassan will have to get that S15 back on the trailer. And we hopefully will see him for another round very soon. As we move back up to the line to re-illuminate. that Carbon Drift team car of Samuel Cuddy, are one of our main sponsors this year. As we leave the line, Samuel Cuddy to chase in Hassan Kellick. As they fired in, Samuel Cuddy just holding back a little bit as he just lets Hassan do his thing, doesn't have to push too hard here, knows that he might have an advantage here as they transition back up through GT Omega Alley around towards Strom Wheels, while here Samuel Cuddy definitely pulling in a little bit here as they transition back really quick. That was really, really good from both drivers. Samuel Cuddy starting to cut a little bit of angle, just gain that little bit more proximity, and across the line goes both of those fantastic drivers. They make their way up towards the top of the track for their to leave that line as soon as he's given the order.
Now the real question is, never mind, we have drivers going. As Samuel Cuddy in the lead, Hassan in the chase. Let's see, can Hassan live up to the favour? He's been on the inside of the track as he needs to just make a proximity. I don't think he was expecting Samuel Cuddy to be so quick, but Hassan gains background coming into clip 3. Samuel Cuddy putting on that perfect lead line for Hassan to just dive up onto the door, and Hassan's struggling for pace, but doors Samuel Cuddy coming up on the Strom Wheels wall now as we come through the Manji section of the clip 6. Hassan just lacking proximity yet again, coming into clip 7, needs to make a dive and does, taps the door. Samuel Cuddy coming into clip 8, across the line for both drivers.
A little bit to stay with him. But Samuel Cuddy doing a very smart move there, didn't really know the pace of Hassan, so held back a little bit and then absolutely dropped the pedal, get up on that door, that RBS 15, and really, really send him around the track, push him around, bumper on bumper transition there. Wow. Hassan, again, running a very good line here in his lead. So this actually might be a bit closer than we thought. Samuel on the bumper again there on that transition as they come around clip 7 and up into clip 8. I'm not sure, Keane. This could be a little bit closer than we actually thought. And we do have a decision. It's left for Samuel Cuddy, right for Hassan. And we have Samuel Cuddy getting the win, heading through to the top 16. Hassan will have to get that S15 back on the trailer, and we hopefully will see him for another round very, very, very soon. Maybe they're doing rings around the cone, maybe? I don't know. We'll watch the replay anyway. So Hassan definitely getting caught lacking there with that E36. The speed of it is just unbelievable. And he makes as good a headway there to catch back up. And does do a decent job in the chase here. Now, was it as clean as Samuel's? We'll have to see. The judges will have to tell us that. But good for here from both drivers. Hassan doing everything in his power to catch up to Samuel, even having to cut the track there.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think Hassan had a pretty good performance on the last round of our championship. Judging by this zone, he's gonna repeat that kind of performance.
Very nice.
I don't see many issues with this. A little bit hesitant on the transition. Very big angle on this transition is gonna be rewarded for sure. Lots of throttle usage. I think judges will like that. Not many calculations on this run. Decent first run from Hassan Celik.
Let's go for his second run.
Yeah, we weren't that far off, to be honest. We're only 5 points off, which is decent, considering that we are just paid here and we don't know anything about this. Hassan Celik on his second run. You take this one. I trust you.
You trust me? Oh man, that's okay. Let's go with touching over here. Little bit of switching. Very nice. Fully touched to the line. Amazing from Hassan. Let's see the crucial part of the track. Very nice, very good angle for filling the zone. Let's see here in the ending, touching here, also here and over there. Amazing from Hassan. Little bit of humor, don't mind me. 87.3 points for Hassan. This is amazing, amazing improvement.
We had the round, so if that was hard, I pulled the microphone from my PC.
Come on, up there, go. Rino versus Hasan Celik right now. Let's see, Rino really nice.
Nice, very good line from Rino. Hasan is cutting a little bit of the track to keep up with him. So far, the lead line from Rino is pretty good. But yeah, Hasan, you can see the experience here. He's just keeping his distance because he knows that Rino made a mistake on the first run. He doesn't over push.
Yo, too close, too close, too close. Too close, too close, too close.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was a show factor ending, but
Indeed, yes, of course, you can always chase. Nice initiation. Very good and smooth from Hasan. Tomislav is here just not backing up. A little bit tired of from Hasan. Tomislav needs to mimic it, but he's keeping the distance. Is it because of the safety or because he's cannot catch up with Hasan, with the Turkish drift driver? Oh, that's really close, Tomislav. Don't do that on the track. And let's see when they switch the roles. Tomislav is lead, Hasan is chase. This will be interesting.
oof, big angle from Tomislav.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he goes tired off.
Hasan didn't make that mistake. He kept up on the track, really close to Tomislav.
And that was a fantastic transition from Hasan. Very close, and he judged the way Tomislav is gonna handle it perfectly.
Yeah, you need to take into account that both of the drivers are driving together now for quite time now. Sebastian versus Hasan.
Is it the right side or is it left? I'm joking, it's right side, yeah. Sebastian Talay, Hasan Celik, top 8. Ooh, Hasan, what happened there?
Whoa.
Engine kaput, dingy.
Engine kapot, dingy, come on. So in front of him and oh, such a nice thing to do. I don't know if it's Hasan Celik or Celik. Okay, Hasan is lead, Sebastian is chase. Let's see, very nice initiation. Touching here, clip is gonna be fully zoned. Yes, and Hasan is took a little bit of the gap, but Sebastian will not tolerate that. He will put everything that he has to offer to go next to him. Let's see, really close from Sebastian. I cannot see if he's braking or not due to smoke, but very nice lead from Hasan. Very nice chase from Sebastian. Some small mistakes, issues were there, but it's not up to me, it's up to the judges.
Čestitam malom Todoru na fantastičnom rezultatu. Next up on the line is Hasan Celik, long-time driver with us.
Man of steel. In Croatian, Celik means steel, so he must be a firm and great, and he, for now, seems like he's on point.
Yeah, fantastic line from Hasan. Barely touched anything wrong this way.
A lot of throttle.
Yes,
He's not hesitant.
no modulation, only pedal to the metal. Amazing run from Hasan. I did notice some points of the track where he didn't go all the car into the zone, but it's still gonna be high 80s in my opinion, the score. Yep, that's correct. If I can count, no, it's the fourth highest first run from Hasan Celik is 78.67.
It's understandable. First three numbers are hardest. So
Yeah, yeah.
good initiation. A bit shallow on entry, but
He had a
late
little
to.
bit, unfortunately, yep. Late transition into it.
Good line. This part seems better than the first.
Full throttle. Nice to hear. I think it's a little bit of a better run from Hasan this time around. I don't know what's your opinion.
How much did he get first run? I blacked out.
First run was 78.67.
Wasn't it less? Like 1 point or something?
1, 2 or 3 points. It's a very small margin between the first and the second place for the championship, so it just shows the only Turkish driver, I think, I'm like 99% sure, flying the Turkish flag with us. Fantastic initiation from Hasan Celik. Eric is right there, not really close and not matching the angle, but he's
Really low.
everything he can.
This was even opposite drift for Eric if I saw his front wheels.
Yeah, good
Correct.
point. I didn't notice it, but if you saw it, I don't doubt your opinion. Hasan
Great lead
is
line from Hasan.
Yeah, doing everything he needs to do. Oh, attack from Eric, a little bit risky. There was slight contact, but I don't think it influenced Hasan.
Eric needs to put out everything he has.
Yeah, and I think also Hasan needs to make a slight mistake, but I don't think Hasan will pressure him as much. Oh, and right when I say it, he almost spins out, and that was basically almost full straight mode.
But do you think this was Hasan's mistake? We'll see later on, but I could see this as Eric's mistake. He was very late on the transition.
Yeah, it could be, yeah, because he maybe slowed down a little bit too much. I was looking at Hasan more than I was looking at Eric, so there's also a chance that Eric was slowing down.
Yeah, for sure. There will be some judging mistakes, but it's not for sure a mistake if you lost.
Yes. Seems like we have one more time between Hasan Celik and Eric Panic. Off they go to their first one more time battle. Hasan Celik with the lead, Eric Panic chasing. Hasan already pulling a great lead, great distance in front of Eric, even though he didn't fulfill the second outside zone. Ideally, tire on the white line, touch and go was immaculate. Second touch and go was good, but could be better. Eric Panic struggling to keep up with Hasan at the moment. I meant Hasan. But yeah, seems like a mirror image from the first run from Hasan.
And not constant. So we will see. But no major mistakes, so better than the first run.
Yeah, Eric.
Good initiation, but shallow line on the zone. Hasan, was this straightening or no? I'm not sure.
I didn't know this. Oof, Eric goes one time
Eric goes
for a
off.
long time.
This is the moment where Eric maybe had too much angle,
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
impeded Hasan.
Yeah, but
So-
Hasan isn't giving him any room to breathe. Risking it all. In my opinion, it was too risky from Hasan this time around, but I don't think he has a spotter because I don't think he would pressure as much if he had a spotter and that told him what kind of chase run Eric put out. But yeah, I stay all in all Hasan Celik. We only had 3 battles.
Evo, malih tehničkih smetnji sa streamom između mene i Štefana, ali sljedeći su Jaroslav Pilečki i Hasan Celik.
Pardon, ispričavam se na smetnji. Tu sam trenutno.
Sad malo kasnimo, ali sad ćemo ovu drugu polovicu odraditi. Hasan dobar lead odrađuje, a Jaroslav mu je jako blizu. Nažalost smo vidjeli samo drugu polovicu, ali se činilo prilično izjednačeno. Ako se nije valja, nisam napravio nikako.
Ali da, we'll see what happens in the second run. Jaroslav Pilecki in lead line, Hasan Celik right there, right on his door. A little bit of a shallow line again from Jaroslav Pilecki. He seems to be struggling with this part of the track. Keeping good proximity from Hasan Celik.
He also has a great line. He's hitting everything he has to hit. Hasan really close, good transition. And a bit later here. And now, will this result in Yaroslav getting a 0 or what?
I'm gonna take a look at what happened on stream. It seems like initial thought was that Hasan Celik pressed a little bit too much. Yeah, I think Hasan Celik didn't give enough space.
Celik je stopirao prije zadnje klipa.
Já conseguiu ouvir o ronco do motor, pista liberada. Oferecimento de next level. Vem para o lançamento. Se prepara para o Furikai. Talvez duas lançadas, não sei. Vem para a primeira zona externa da pista. Consegue preencher bem o inside clip 1. Vai no limite da zona externa 2. Pouco ângulo, consegue preencher o inside clip 2. Se prepara para a transição. Vem para o touch and go. Preenche bem. Vem para a zona externa 3. Hasan Celik na sua tela. Talvez passa do limite na entrada da zona externa 3. Vem pro bumper, vai finalizando aí a sua primeira volta de classificação. Agora aqui no circuito dos cristais, Brandão.
Mas o piloto veio muito agressivo aí.
Consigo ouvir o ronco do motor. Pista liberada, pista autorizada, oferecimento de next level. Hasan Celik na sua tela. Se prepara para primeira volta, sua segunda volta de classificação. Vem para a primeira zona externa da pista. Entra com bastante agressividade para a zona externa 1. Não consegue tão bem nesse inside clip 1 da pista. Se prepara para a zona externa 2. Vem para o inside clip 2. Passa bem, preenche no limite. Vem para o touch and go, vem para a transição. Dropa um pneuzinho ali na zona externa do touch and go. Entra com bastante agressividade para esse setor externo 3. Acaba dropando um pneuzinho, vai tentando recuperar com o freio do pé. Vai finalizando aí no inside clip 3. Para o 4 e finaliza a sua segunda volta de classificação, piloto Hasan Celik.
Veio fazendo uma volta muito boa, Matias.
Brandão. Pista liberada. Elija na liderança. Hasan Celik vem na perseguição. Supra A90 versus Nissan S15. Inicia no Furikai o Elija. Ele é um piloto bem rápido. Vai para cima dele o Hasan. Não consegue ter uma boa proximidade nesse primeiro momento. Vai tranquilo o Elija. Ótima preenchimento da zona externa 2 para o Elija. Tenta buscar proximidade. Consegue colar o Hasan Celik. Ótima transição. Vem pro touch and go. Consegue preencher tudo que dá o Elija nessa parte da zona do touch and go. Se prepara para a zona externa 3. Preenchimento total para o Elija. Tenta buscar a proximidade do Hasan Celik. Preenche bem, não consegue tão profundo na demarcação, mas vem fazendo uma ótima volta de liderança nesse primeiro momento. O Elija, Brandão.
Matias, o Elija é um piloto muito, né, Matias? O piloto turco aí também não deixa para trás, bota a pressão mesmo. A gente consegue ver até o cuidado que ele tem para colar, né, Matias? Devido ao ping, mas ele não deixa passar. A pista toda foi colada, atrasou ali no outside zone 3, na zona de aceleração, porém não deixou barato, Matias. O piloto veio constante o máximo possível, Matias. Volta muito bonita.
Deixa acabar essa batalha que eu já comento. Mas vamos ao que interessa. Hasan Celik na liderança. Na perseguição, pista liberada, pista autorizada. Turquia versus Estados Unidos. Inicia no Furikai, o Hasan Celik vai pra cima dele, o Elija. Não consegue ter uma boa proximidade nesse primeiro momento. Piloto rápido, o Hasan Celik, Brandão. Consegue se aproximar, o Elija. Se prepara para o inside clip 2. Vem para a transição, se prepara para o touch and go. Preenche bem, consegue colar. O Hasan Celik talvez dê uma travadinha ali na passagem da zona externa 3. O Hasan Celik provavelmente está com lag. Ou o Hasan, que acaba prejudicando ele no resultado final. Preenche bem o inside clip 3 e 4 e finalizei a batalha de Hasan Celik versus Elija, Brandão.
Acredito, Matias, eu não sei, não tenho certeza, mas eu acho que houve um toque ali, Matias, não sei se foi o ping.
Também o lag, Brandão, é uma coisa que prejudica bastante esses gringos, mas antes da gente comentar sobre essa batalha, Brandão, vou passar um aviso, teve solicitação de protesto da batalha de Arthur Iga e Leonardo Rumos, né? Então, ao final desse grupo A, desse top 32, vai ser analisada a volta de Arthur e Léo, né? Vamos aguardar essa confirmação para a gente poder passar aqui, se vai ser aceito ou não, né?
Ok, é aquela coisa, né, Matias? Se tá dentro do regulamento e ele vê que é direito dele, então tem
A
que...
vitória é do Elijah. Próxima batalha será Gabriel.
وانطلقت الجولة يا عز.
يا عيني.
عبد الرحمن يا سلام.
حلو حلو
حلو.
اوف يعني قربوا يلمسوا بعض كانوا بالترانزيشن.
مش معقولة صراحة الجولة.
يا سلام. لا هاي يعني
في ريحة وان مور تايم انا
لا
حاسس.
لا يا زلمة ليش ليش. حلو حلو. عبد الرحمن وحسن يعني عد التنازلي بلش. 3 2 1 يلا يا شباب. اوه حلو يا حسن. حلو حسن.
ما حلو حلو.
ايه
يا ولد
يا حرام. حلوة كتير حلوة كتير. هادي رن، هاي بتتسمى رن يا اخوان، هاي اسمها رن نظيفة وحلوة كتير صراحة، جميلة جدا.
That launched him on the first position on the table here. Let's go for his second run. Marco is out. Very nice. Very fulfilled first zone. Let's see the second zone. Very nice, very fluid. Lots of practice. We can see here inner clip. Very nice. Let's see Tachka. Ooh, fully deep. Fully deep. Very nice. Let's see here. Very nice. Oh, damn. Good run. And as Bruno said, in the back, very fast run. He did really fast run, I need to say. Gonna see the point.
Lead line that he has been all day, and Hassan trying to tuck right in that pocket. He does. Nice and smooth on the transition up the hill, and Hassan right on the door, tire to tire, going into the outer zone 3, and Hassan falling right back in the pocket of Drake. Wow, Hassan, super aggressive driver. I love to see it.
Yeah, Hassan was super duper aggressive coming into that outer zone.
نقول نشوف بعد الجروب راح نحل هذا الموضوع. ما دام اهم شيء انكم تشوفون الرنات اللي موجوده، واتوقع ان اصواتنا جميله يعني انكم تسمعونها. هذه اكيد هذا اهم شيء منه. عندنا حسن كليك حاليا في الرن الخاص فيه، ونشوفه ديب على الزونات بشكل مره جميل، ياخذ الاوتر الاخير، ولكن اتوقع انه كان في دروب تاير، حاول انه يكون ديب بزياده بشكل جميل. راح يكون عندك مشاكل في الكليب الاخير حقه الخاص في كميه رنات جميله، وكان يمدح اللي اوت ويقول انه جميل بالنسبه له وعلى الستايل اللي هو يحبه. ونشوف حاليا حسن في الانجل الكبير جدا في الماب بشكل جميل. حسن من تركيا ينهي الماب في كمية انجل. تدري وين الصعوبة في الماب؟ يكون الرن عندك 90، فهمت كيف؟
De 2 JZ, pista liberada, pista autorizada, vamos para a largada, vamos para o valendo. Já inicia no Furikai, vem para a primeira zona externa da pista, o Hassan vai no limite do inside clip 1, o piloto Hassan preenche bem a zona externa 2, vem para 3, sai um pouco cedo talvez, vai para cima da zona externa 4, vem para o inside clip 2, preenche no limite o inside clip 2, o Hassan Selik, vem para o touch goal, se prepara para o muro, entra um pouco cedo, vai usando o freiozinho do pé para tentar recolocar o seu carro, se prepara para o touch goal final, e aí que dá sequência a última zona externa da pista, pegando bastante zebra ali. E aí veremos o seu resultado final daqui a pouquinho. Hassan Selic, acabamos de esquecemos, na verdade, de mostrar na telinha, tá aí na tela. Linha 30, ângulo 27, estilo 20, totalizando 77 pontos para...
كان بفوز أحمد الصباغة. وعندنا حاليا حسن سلك من تركيا، وأيضا حمدي البتاوي في التشيس موجود معنا، ونشوف حسن بالانيشيشن الجميل، ونشوف حمدي البتاوي بالضغط العالي، البيج انجل من حسن شلك. ويا سلام، اللاين ما اتوقع نفس اللاين اللي كان موجود عنده بالكواليفاينج امس، ولكن نشوف الضغط الموجود من اللي هو حمدي البيتاوي في الليد للرن الثاني. وايضا عندنا اللي هو حسن في التشيس. اداء جميل من حمدي البيتاوي حاليا، والضغط المتواصل من اللي هو حسن سلك الموجود حاليا عندنا بالاوتر زون الثالث. ويا سلام، البروكسيميتي الموجوده بمبر تو بمبر، ما ادري اذا في صدمه كانت موجوده اللي هو حمدي البيتاوي او لا. نعتذر عن هذا الرن يا جماعه، ما في ريبلاي، ولكن لنفس السبب اللي صار معنا قبل شوي، اللي هو في زي الشت داون اللي يصير لبرنامج البث. وزي ما
teve algum probleminha com os pilotos. Estamos na guarda. Agora sim tá valendo. Hassan Selic na liderança. Luiz Gustavo vem na perseguição. Inicia no Furicá em ambos os pilotos. Fica para trás do Luiz. Vai bem tranquilo. O Hassan Selic lá na frente. Vem para transição. Vem agora para a quarta zona externa da pista. Despacha 100% praticamente o Hassan Selic e o Luiz Gustavo. Vai tentando buscar. Vai remando o Luiz Gustavo para cima dele. Tá um pouco difícil. É o gringo versus o brasileiro. Consegue colar para cima dele o Luiz Gustavo. Fecha um pouquinho a linha. Consegue a proximidade. Consegue colar nesse finalzinho. Erra um pouquinho ali na entrada da zona externa 6. O Luiz Gustavo mais consegue finalizar uma excelente volta de batalha. O Hassan Selic como liderança. Pode mutar. Top 32. Daqui a pouquinho teremos o top 16 com batalhas ainda mais eletrizantes. Vamos com eles. Luiz Gustavo na liderança. Oferecimento de next level. Inicia no Furicá o Luiz Gustavo. Vai pra cima dele o Hassan Selic. Talvez sabe que tá na vantagem. Passa direto o Luiz Gustavo. Segura por ali o Hassan Selic para não colidir com ele. Vem pra zona externa 4. Vai tentando buscar a proximidade. Preenche bem o Luiz Gustavo. Vai no limite do inside clip 2. Ambos os pilotos. Vem pra transição. Momento que dá pra colar. Momento que dá pra ir pra cima do muro. Ambos os pilotos. Consegue colar pra cima dele o Hassan Selic, vai colocando bastante pressão pra cima do sem chorar, vem pra transição, vem para a última zona externa da pista, fica pra trás o Hassan, vai tentando buscar a proximidade mais uma vez, consegue colar de novo, finaliza uma excelente batalha aí para ambos os pilotos, tanto lead como chase. Saiu o resultado pra gente poder passar quem foi o voto. Agora sim, definido. Hassan Selic avança para a próxima fase do campeonato. Parabéns, o Luiz Gustavo andou demais. Não sei se os juízes 16. Brasil versus Turquia. Inicia no Furicá o Vinícius, vai pra cima dele o Hassan Selic, inicia bem o Vinícius, com bastante agressividade, dropa demais ali no inside clip 1, o Hassan Selic, vem para a terceira zona externa da pista, se prepara para a 4, vai pra cima dele o Hassan, preenche no limite ali a zona externa 3, o Vinícius Siqueira, dá um toquezinho na entrada do inside clip 2, o Hassan, vem pra zona externa 5, vai no limite da zona, dá um toquezinho no muro, vai com bastante pressão para cima dele o Hassan Selic, coloca muita pressão para cima do Vinícius, se prepara para a zona externa 6 da pista, consegue entrar bem, dá um toquezinho ali no Vinícius, não consegue segurar o Vinícius Siqueira e acaba escapando na zona externa 6 e aí perde totalmente a volta. Vamos para o valendo. Uma certa vantagem, aparentemente, o Vinícius se prepara para o lançamento, inicia no Furicá e o Hassan, vai para cima dele o Vinícius Siqueira, não vai deixar nada barato. Ninguém sabe de quem é a vantagem. Ótima transição para o Vinícius, vem para a zona externa 4, vai no limite dela o Hassan. Consegue colar o Vinícius, dá um toquezinho no inside clip 1, o Hassan Selic se prepara para a transição, no limite dela, o Vinícius Siqueira vai para cima do muro, consegue colar, ambos os pilotos, vai colocando bastante pressão ali para cima do Hassan, o Vinícius Siqueira, vem para o se prepara agora para a última zona externa da pista, finalizando uma excelente batalha aí, Vinícius Siqueira como chase, e também como líder, o Hassan Selic. Definido, Vinícius Siqueira avança para a próxima fase do campeonato. Congratulations, Hassan, mas quem garante a vitória é o Vinícius Siqueira. Vamos com a próxima.
خلينا نشوف هلا اذا حسن معه سبوتر او عرف ايش اللي صار بالتشيس ران تاعت ضرب الكون.
هي فيها
ضرب للكون
ستارت اذا انا مش غلطان،
بس لسه اوكي 100% راح يصير في ريستارت. بس حسن عمل باك تو بيتس، اتوقع انها مش
Driver is ready.
On the roll. Great initiation, taking it early. Coming in hot, super fast. Maxing out the angle there. Wow.
For sure. I was literally just about to say something when you said.
What did you say? Because people on the stream don't hear. Yeah.
Oh no, Judge was saying if he would have been just a few more inches, he would have rode me.
Like it had no grip at all before.
Right. So I don't really know at all what that could have been, but I don't know who S3 from YouTube into the game and into Discord. So.
But on the last one, look at the proximity of Simonson. I'm cutting the track a bit, but the proximity is just insane. This is
ليس من السواقين الاقوياء جدا يعني، رغم ان السيت اب بتاعه مش من اقوى السيت ابس، بس سواقته جميله بصراحه وممتعه يعني. وهنشوف دلوقتي هيطلعوا معانا على الستارت لاين. Take the mic, bro.
Alright, our drivers are taking off here, coming into that first outer clip, first outer zone. Hassan really deep in that first outer zone. Lath right there with him. Good mimic, good transition into that OC3, coming up into that. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Coming to second outer zone, coming out of second outer zone, fly.
هيطلعوا دلوقتي يا عمرو. They will start now. So we will watch a good run, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Drivers are taking off from the chicane here. Nice big flick from Leith. Hassan diving in that first outer zone onto Leith's door. Touching his door, letting him know that I'm there too. Ooh, a little bit of a transition block, I think. Coming to that OC 2 and 3. Nice and far and deep into second outer zone. Hassan has a little bit of a bump, letting him know that he's there, but on his door. Yeah, I mean, every single run tops the one before. I mean, it's absolutely insane.
بعض في بطولات اونلاين كتير جدا جدا جدا، والاتنين سواقين بصراحة سواقتهم رائعة. ستايل يعني انجل جميلة جدا. You have the mic, bro.
Yeah, it looks like there's a small little thing that happened for them to restart, but I mean, still, even that restart cannot shake off Mr. Marwan and that BMW, man. I mean, the proximity in that first outer zone so far looks crazy. The transition mimic is absolutely insane coming to that second outer zone. Hassan putting...
عملتها فيك. طلعت في الفويس ورديت. لا يا راجل.
Alright. So our drivers here coming into that first outer zone. I mean, man, look at Hassan, bro. Oh my god, that proximity on his chase in that first outer zone is absolutely insane. Coming to the second outer zone, fully deep in the zone with Marwan. I don't think you're going to shake Mr. Hassan off, man. Oh my god. Little bit of tap. Doesn't even do anything to him. Just letting him know
توب 4 ونتأهل من التوب 8 لحد دلوقتي. Your call.
Yeah, so congratulations to Mr. Marwan, right?
Awesome. Told the light before, I think, but not now. But
now he's firing off as he goes for a big flick initiation off the gate, almost throwing a backy into that second outside zone. As Benjikin not shaken by the angle, just trying to keep it up on that door. Showering up a little bit here and there, just trying to keep that proximity as he throws more angle at it. I almost thought he was going to spin as he fills all of that last outside zone with Benjikin plastering the door. Just holding his own. He would not let Hassan pull a gap on him too big as they fire around through that first no drift zone. Big flick off rip as Hassan parks it right there. Really pushing, a little bit shallower than Benjikin, but he's on him. The blue shadow strikes again as he pushes in that door. Just right on the door of Benjikin. Really trying to hold that angle back, holding the car back a little bit as Benjikin pushes out. Dropping the tire off the edge of the course as he wraps around over that last touch and go and finishes. Going to take the battle home today as they come around through that first corner. It's a little bit of a late roll for it, but he's going for a big flick, really floating it out there as Hassan just parking it right on the door. from Rip any closer and he would have taken his bumper off as he pushes right back onto the other door. Just transitions and falls right into formation as they both hit that last outside zone. Hassan just nudging the door of that F-22 as they come across the finish line.
We have entered the drifting heaven.
As we send the drivers through this, like Hassan in the lead, it's going to be interesting to see if Max can do the same thing as Hassan goes for a pretty big flick, really hanging it out there, a lot of angle as Max falls back a little bit timid. Maybe that initiation spooked him as he comes back in and starts to work his way right back onto the door. Hassan doing a little bit of wavering in that zone as he fills all of that fifth outside clip, coming in, dropping that tire into outside zone 6 as he pushes over the line, hitting that last outside clip.
Now,
really?
this is difficult for the judges because Hassan was doing a very, very nice lead until I think the roundabout. He was not quite feeling it everywhere as perfect as Max was doing it. But when coming to the outside zone 6, Hassan dropped a big tire, which is a big disadvantage for Hassan's part, while Max was doing a very nice and aggressive chase, not as good as Hassan's chase, but still worth to mention that he was right on the door pretty much everywhere. Was a bit too safe on the initiation, in my opinion, but did a really nice. Lights are out, and away they go, rolling onto initiation. Hassan is right on the door. Jacob is keeping a very nice line deep on the zone. Hassan is right there, not letting him drive away. Transitioning to outside zone 2, very deep on the wall. On the transition to outside zone 3, Hassan is not letting him go away. He's right on the wall every time. Jacob dropping a time outside zone 4, while Hassan is keeping a very nice proximity onto outside zone 6, but Jacob is putting a bit of a gap to Hassan, who has to do a very shallow angle to catch up. But now he's back on the door and finishing the run.
z chęcią skomentuję ten przejazd. No i mamy Tytusa Rosińskiego na lidzie, Hasana Cielika na chase'ie. Hasan od razu robi co może, wjeżdża na drzwi, jest bardzo blisko koło w koło. Bardzo dobrze pokonana druga zona. Przekładka znowu na zderzaku, świetnie idzie nam ten finał B. Wjeżdżamy na rondo, bardzo blisko. Tytus robi świetny przejazd, Hasan robi co może, aby go kopiować. Super inside clip, bardzo bliski, bardzo dobry, przekładka, wjeżdżamy na 8, mamy ścianę, świetnie, czy Hasan teraz odrobi tą odległość? Jest dosyć blisko, jest świetnie, bardzo dobry przejazd obu.
Jest to jakaś strategia.
Czekamy. Dokładnie tak, czekamy, mamy zielone, Hasan na lidzie, Tytus na chase'ie. Tytus odwdzięcza się tym samym, wjeżdża bardzo blisko, troszeczkę wypłaca kąt po to, aby dojechać do Hasana z tego względu, że wytworzyła się tam niewielka separacja, przekładka identyczna jak przy poprzednim przejeździe. Tutaj Tytus delikatnie zahacza Hasana. Przejeżdżamy pięknie przez to rondo. Touch and go, mamy inside'ach teraz, mamy następnie przekładkę, wjeżdżamy na 8 zonę przy ścianie i Tytus tutaj niestety, ale z problemami. Udaje mu się dojechać do Hasana.
Powiedzmy wieczorna, nie daj Boże noc, to już jest tragedia. Mamy one more time w tym przejeździe.
Swój wzajemny temat, tak więc nie mamy problemu i jedziemy. Tytus Rosiński lead, Hasan Cielik chase i mamy ogień. Ruszamy, pierwsza zona, Hasan znowu wklejony. Troszeczkę tutaj problem, Tytus również zahacza delikatnie, wydaje mi się, o ścianę. Przekładka to już chyba jest wyuczone pięknie, bo naprawdę przekładka świetna. Tutaj Hasan robi co może, faktycznie koło w koło, koło w drzwi. Hasan niemalże naciska Tytusa, w tym momencie wręcz chyba go nawet przepycha. Przekładka, wjeżdżamy na 8 blisko ściany. Tytus w tym momencie będzie się przykładał do ostatniej zony, Hasan robi co może, być blisko i faktycznie jest.
Dokładnie tak.
Mamy zamianę ról, Hasan na lidzie, Tytus na chase'ie, zobaczmy co nam to przyniesie. Jest inicjacja, troszeczkę płytko w pierwszej zonie, wjeżdżamy w drugą, Tytus oczywiście wklejony w Hasana. Jak nam pójdzie ta przekładka? Świetnie, chociaż mogło być bliżej. Tytus tutaj troszeczkę niestety za dużo, wydaje mi się, na hamulcu, nieco się przesunął, ale już nadrabia, wjeżdża, touch and go zrobiony, inside clip tak samo, przekładamy się pod ścianę. Czy Tytus to wykorzysta? Jest świetnie, jest głęboko, nawet chyba głębiej niż Hasan i jest bardzo blisko Hasana na samym końcu toru.
I mamy już szybką decyzję. Tytus Rosiński przechodzi dalej. Najwidoczniej tutaj pojawi.
Ruszamy. Szybko wykonana ryba, ładnie zgarnięta pierwsza zona, jedziemy w drugą. Hasan robi co może, żeby być jak najbliżej. Faktycznie robi robotę maksymalnie dobrze, świetna przekładka. Zderzak w zderzak, tutaj troszeczkę bliżej do przodu Hasan, ale świetnie trzyma się Adriana. Adrian bardzo dobrą kwalifikacyjną linią. Robimy przekładkę, wjeżdżamy na 8 zonę. Hasan tutaj odrabia troszeczkę tego dystansu, świetna przekładka przy zderzaku, no i mijamy metę.
Dostanie się do finału, a to już naprawdę robią się emocje.
Dokładnie tak. Hasan na lidzie, Adrian na chase'ie i wjeżdżamy w pierwszą zonę. Adrian robi co może, aby od samego początku siedzieć w drzwiach Hasana i to mu się bardzo dobrze udaje. Przekładka świetna, zderzak w zderzak. Wręcz chyba tam już nie było ani troszkę miejsca, aby podjechać bliżej. Adrian wydaje mi się nawet troszeczkę lepiej niż Hasan na swoim chase'ie. Spory kąt Hasana, przekładka i wjeżdżamy tutaj pod ścianę. Adrian wydaje mi się nawet nieco głębiej w zonie. I bardzo dobrze, Adrian tutaj dociska Hasana na samym końcu.
Jednak Adrian Matysiak tutaj przechodzi do finału A.
Okay, guys, Gert versus Hasan. Gert is a lead, Hasan is a chase. Let's go.
Very good initiation from Gert. Hasan is right next to him, following. Very nice. Gert is doing a good lead line. Hasan is struggling a bit, I will say. He's a bit too aggressive, maybe. Yeah, but Gert is doing great job. on his lead line.
Exactly. I don't think
They switched positions now. Hassan lead, Gert chase. Hassan
Let's
is
go,
flashing
boys.
his lights. Nice initiation from Hassan here. Gert is right in his pocket.
really nice from Gert as a chase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They both
he
are
is-
doing great job.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice mimic, very nice mimicking.
Really, really nice.
Ooh.
So
Hassan went off the track there at the
we
end.
do have a verdict. Gert is moving to top 16. Let's go on the second run. Waiting for at least 90 points.
We will see now.
Yeah, no pressure.
A very aggressive start. Feeling that first zone. Bit off here, but he managed to stay on the track. Fourth zone, he's wiggling a bit. Yeah, he's using a lot left foot brake. Very nice inner clip here. Sixth zone, big angle, and transition into the seventh zone. On the line. And across the line.
85.7 points for Hassan Celik. Go with switch roles, Hassan versus Gert. This time Hassan is a lead and Gert as a chaser. Let's see, Gert is super close. Let's see how he will mimic the Hassan super close, banging on his doors. He's not let him any more space to even breathe. Really nice those tires. A nice initiation, lots of left footing here on this part of the track. Super close from Hassan to Gert. Now let's see how this will play off. Super nice. Ooh, Hassan makes a mistake. It doesn't come so close. It doesn't follow the lead in this part of the track. Let's see if how that battle will go. Daniel versus Hassan Celik. Let's see. initiation. A bit late, but good. See, really close. Daniil is close to Hasan. Hasan is driving like he's almost solo. Ooh, very close to the inner. A little bit of tire off for the lead. This part of the track, let's see the rest, but Daniil is not leaving a fold. Can Daniil make impeccable lead here? Really nice from this side from Migunov. Let's see, really deep here. Nice angle, but Hasan is ooh. He showed some love here on Daniil's car on the track. We'll see whose fault was that, but showing some love, it's not so bad. Can get more. And off he goes for his second run. Let's go. Nice over here. A little bit of ooh, super close to the wall. Jesus. Nice inner clip on the line over here on this zone. A little bit of tire off. Not so big mistake, but this is nice. This is really nice. Oh, it's gonna be higher. Yes. 83 points for Hasan's Celik second round. Really nice.
The outside zone 3 into the touch and go. So let's see if he can improve on that.
He's currently P6 on the table, so
Yeah, a very, very, very proper initiation. Nice into the zones, not too deep. So no tires off, Siwoo. Very nice. Hits the box. Bit of a correction here. Wow, very snappy transition. Goes into a lot of lock. I think this run is quite better than his first run, and across the line he goes. That was a great run. Overall, that was a great run.
Coming for Hasan's second run, it's 83.7 points.
And thank you for joining this drift series, and hope to see you again.
Tyler Duck and Hasan Celik already started their battle.
Tyler the Quack Duck. Let's see what he brings to the table. Yeah. I mean, the lead he does, he's like a robot, so both quality runs were insane. And just the fact that he's giving such a great lead lets Celik do a pretty solid chase with a bit of a waiver here and
Here. But, right, time for the next run. Hasan Celik from Turkey, gonna be driving in the GR86 and entering already. Great stuff on the first outside zone, nice and smooth on the transition as well. Now hitting the inside clip, good job so far. Not getting as deep in some of the zones we've seen the other drivers get, but very, very nice and solid run so far. Not really seeing too many corrections, and right as I say that with the left foot brake, maybe adding on just a bit too much angle on that one, but no, manages to keep it together very well. And now entering the last outside zone. There we go, great job by Hassan on the first lap right now. And too much angle, okay, backwards entry, we have some clarification right there. But already off to the second run right there. Ed, take it away.
Well, already going through outer zone 2 and hitting the inside clip, now going through the next zone. And I think this was the...
right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's where you're not allowed to have more than 90 degrees angle, and that's what killed his previous run.
He was very close on this one as well.
Yeah, it looked very
It's
close.
gonna be another 0 as well. So yeah, and guys, to everybody driving right there.
here we go. We got Ahmed in the chase now. Hassan in the lead. Can Ahmed keep it behind? Oh, he's intimidating him. He's right side by side to him. Nice initiation. Beautiful now. Proximity is nice. Transition onto the decel zone. Very good angle mimicking by Ahmed. Now transition onto the next zone. Fulfills run the wall. Both spoilers on top of the wall. Beautiful run. Transition onto the proximity zone. There we go. Look at that. Door on door. Mimics the angle, mimics the line. He's right there. Couldn't fit a piece of paper there. Transition around, touch and go. And now back on throttle, fulfilling the last zone all the way around under the bridge. No problem at all. Wow.
Like dropped so far inside on that run. Maybe there was contact, I'm not too sure, but you can see here, look at the aggression from Nico Stella when he gets back up onto the door, the E92 of Hassan. Incredible stuff. Because we do have two judges dropping in their decision there. Yeah, I think just too much angle from Hassan there. Just dropped him too far inside. Didn't have the momentum to get him back out to outer zone 6. So we will see what the judges made of that. We are just waiting on our last judge to
Et let's go.
Hassan, c'est sa première participation, non?
Ouais, je crois, ouais. Mais c'est un mec des grosses compes, hein, je crois.
Ah ouais. Oh là là, oh là 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 là. Ouais, ok,
Seigneur,
ok,
ouais,
ok.
tu
Ok,
vois,
on a
c'est de ça que
compris.
je te parlais, tu vois.
Ok, je vois de quoi tu parles là. Ok, ok. Oh, aïe, 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 aïe.
Oh Seigneur.
Oh là là.
Vous êtes tous dans la merde, les gars. Je vous le dis.
Ah là, les gars, il y a un
Tous
mec
dans
là,
la
il est
merde.
bien là. Regardez-le.
Ah, c'est
Il va
chaud.
pas trembler ce gars là.
Ah, c'est chaud, les gars.
Oh la vache.
Ah ouais, là, c'est chaud.
Oh là, tout sur la ligne. Ah ouais, sous Harissa plus mon frère Théma, regarde la ligne.
Oh là
Oh, il
là
a
là
tout.
là là
Oh
là.
bah là
Ah,
c'est
les
bon,
belles.
Véli, t'as perdu ta première place.
Ah, vous avez tous perdu votre première place, là, je pense. 95.
95.
Attention, les gars, big run en perspective.
Oh là là.
Oh, joli.
Oh là là, non mais là, ouais, non. Oh, c'est choquant, frérot.
Ah ouais, là c'est méchant. Hein.
Choquant.
Vraiment méchant, là, ce qu'on est en train d'assister.
Oh là 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 là.
Oh là là. Bon, les gars, vous pouvez vendre vos volants, hein, je vous le dis.
Quel poulet, hein. Quel poulet, t'as raison.
Sinon, les FPS, c'est bien aussi. Hein. Oh là là.
Ah,
Attention, attention. Oh shit. Ah, la petite erreur qu'on n'attendait plus. Ça fait plaisir à voir.
Là, on a du pestacle, n'est-ce pas?
Là, on a du pestacle à foison.
Du beau pestacle.
Ouais.
Ouh,
Oh non, 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 le regret, oh Seigneur.
Ah, dommage.
Incroyable. C'est parti. Let's go. Envoyez du gras.
Là, ça va être showtime.
Oh là 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 là. Oh là là, le proxy. Oh là là, quel angle.
Oh, le mur.
Ah, c'est joli. Ah, c'est joli. Oh, la proxy, frérot. Ah, il y va. Hein. Il y va.
Ah ouais,
Transition
ah,
laser.
Aïe, 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 aïe.
Ah, ça suit quand même. Attention là. Ah, on y va, coûte que coûte. Hein. Ah là, c'est bon.
Prends les mouches avec des gants de boxe, hein, moi je te le dis.
Allez, c'est parti
Allez,
pour la battle retour. Allez, let's go, ça démarre. Oh, joli. C'est laser. Oh là là là, proxy. Oh là 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 là. Oh putain. Oh la transi, frérot.
Oh putain.
Oh putain, frérot. C'était laser, frérot. Regarde-moi ça, la transi, frérot.
Regardez-moi la tête de moi.
Mais frérot, regarde, il transi, frère. Il est dans son pare-choc chaque fois. Hein.
Incroyable.
Ah, c'est beau. Franchement, chapeau. Magnifique. Let's go, initiation. Oh, ça a collé.
Oh là là là
Ah,
là
big red RF. Petit balayage laser. La proximité, elle est là.
Merci, toujours aussi propre, prudent derrière.
Attention, proxy. Toujours bien collé à la fin. Toujours bien smooth. Oh, t'es ça touché. Ah, tabarnak. C'est le retour.
Rappelle qu'on te rappelle ça.
Joli.
Oh, le déclenchement.
Oh, comme c'est colère. Ça vient à ras.
Il est trop fort, Bernard.
Oh, joli.
Un peu loin du clean. Ah, dommage.
Ah, joli. On la run retour, les boys.
Ça repart.
Joli. Oh là là, balayage laser. Ah, les mecs qui sont là. Hein. La proxy elle est là. Il nous régale. Il nous régale. Bonne finale.
C'est ça qui est beau.
Et là c'est beau. C'est la finale, c'est la der des der les gars.
Aïe aïe aïe.
Ah c'est beau. Joli.
Il donne tout. Oh là 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 là.
Oh là là. Ah c'est
Aïe,
beau,
aïe, aïe,
oh la
aïe,
proxy.
oh,
Proxy est parfaite.
Oh Hassan il veut pas le lâcher hein. Il tient
Ah,
par le
ah
contrat,
c'est
tu
beau. Ah c'est beau.
vois. Chase il lui a fait.
Il va avoir un boost quoi.
On a vu ça va être du sale mon ref.
Il maîtrise bien.
Ah, joli.
Oh là 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 là, tout sur la ligne.
Elle est belle.
Là, je crois que
On a un rat. Joli. C'est fluide. C'est sur la line. Elle est belle. Ça va bien chercher un inté. Joli.
tellement maîtrisé, frérot, y'a rien à
Go,
dire.
Hassan, let's go!
Oh là là.
Joli, joli. Franchement, Hassan, Angélique. Ça a rigolé zéro, je vous le dis. Les grosses runs bien solides. Oh là 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 là.
La percussion.
Ah oui, là, très propre.
Ouais.
Ah,
je pense qu'il va tout donner là. parce que
Olé!
Oh
Olé!
là 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 là, ça envoie de l'angle, c'est beau.
Ah, oh, attention, il y a une petite correcte, mais pff, c'est tellement dans la line que.
Incroyable.
انا جايب اكثر منك حبيبي 7.5 لا لو سمحت
C'est que ça défonce ses câbles, mais
انت غبي؟
Ah bah là c'est chaud.
اي والله
Là, c'est
حاطينها
chaud.
صدق.
Il y a eu un problème, désolé les gars, vous avez vu.
Aïe 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 aïe.
Elle est belle, elle est belle.
Allez, let's go.
C'est parti.
Alexander lead, Hassan chase. Ça envoie gros déclenchement de la part des deux pilotes.
C'est
Il
beau.
va pas le lâcher, il va pas lui lâcher le col.
Ah, la proxy.
Attention là sur
La transition, elle est
aïe,
là.
aïe 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 aïe.
Oh là là.
Oh my God,
Attention, contact entre les deux. Ah, la proximité, elle est là encore. On revient tout de suite. Oh là 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 là. Ah, ça va être compliqué de gérer.
Petit freeze qui gère.
Bien joué, Friso. C'est le Groot. On le sait. Où ça m'aide l'angle? L'angle. On est dans le clip. Ouh, attention, pas trop dépasser sur le vibreur. C'est joli. On est dedans.
Oh, c'est beau ça, hein. Putain, l'angle là.
Joli, joli.
Ça passe, le wall, c'est sa maison. Full
Ah,
bas,
elle est
full
belle,
bas.
elle est belle, elle est belle.
Run, hein. Belle run pour Hassan. Hein.
Good run, Habibi. Good 94, 94 pour Hassan Angélique.
Grosse note là. Hein.
Eh ouais, frérot.
Alright, there he is, lined up for his second run. Let's see if he can beat the 88, which is a tough score to beat, but a decent initiation, completely filling outside zone 1, and same with outside zone 2 as well, going very smooth and steady. Big angle transition for outside zone 4, on the very edge on the track here for outside zone 5, coming up to outside zone 6 now with full confidence, filling it. Basically doubles his tire marks from the previous run, takes it all the way to the edge of the track from outside zone 7 into outside zone 8. All the props for that got him. And it's an 89, so he does improve it by 1 point, by just 1 point.
Of course, with your livery as well, it's going to be Hassan Selik versus Frederick Blokhus, and we are off the line already. So nice smooth initiation here from the E46 in the lead, and Frederick getting very close on the first zone as well. A bit of a distance opening up, but he reels him right back in, getting on the door, bumper to bumper transition. A little bit of a diesel right now. Great job so far by both of the drivers. Hassan hitting all of the zones exactly as he should. And look at Frederick, I'm really liking the transitions here as well, staying right on his bumper, keeping it nice and consistent in terms of the proximity, not trying to go too aggressive, but showing that he can stay where he has to be at all points.
Okay, but let's see. Frederick in the lead right now and Hassan in the chase. One of the rare E46s in top 16, a little bit of a gap in outside zone 1, but reeling it right back in, going through outside zone 2. Looked like maybe a little bit of contact with the wall there from Frederick in the lead. Massive angle and crashes into the tire wall from Frederick. Team clutch this as well, and the light goes green. They're off the line for their one more time run. A little bit of a gap again at the beginning. Frederick playing it a little bit safe, now reeling him back in for the touch and go. The transition over for outside zone 4. Frederick right on the doors of Hassan, reels him right back in. Of course, did lose some ground on the transition again and trying to get some more proximity, but Hassan in the lead is keeping it smooth and steady.
Really good from Frederick, though. I love the chase run. I really liked both of these this time around because I didn't.
I was looking at it. And well, from my point of view, it didn't seem like it. Yeah, see, it seemed similar to Frederick's here. But right now, the second run is already off. So a big gap now opening up after the first transition. But immediately he reels him in right away. And oh, a lot of angle lost by Hassan in the chase during the faster portion of the track. So I don't think that was a straighten, but it is definitely a bit of a deduction in terms of the points. And yeah, in terms of angle, or I mean in terms of the line as well, right now sacrificing a bit to stay closer to Frederick in the lead. Yeah.
Bêtise, il est pour l'instant leader de cette séance de qualification. Et on envoie la sauce. Oli, la belle trajectoire. Pas de correction. Oh là, bel angle. C'est joli, ça va bien dans les clips. Elle est belle. Attention de pas trop prendre à l'inter. Ah, c'est joli. Oh, le mur, il est dedans. You in the wall. You in the wall, my guy. Really cheesy. Et c'est à 91,5 pour monsieur Hassan Celik. GG.
Great initiation, really putting the tire where it needs to be on that inside clip, coming with a lot of commitment on outside zone 3, 2 to 3. Not a lot of correction there, maxing out the angle. Oof, that was close to the wall, that's what we want to see. Just amazing transition there, filling out the zone, putting the bumper on the wall. No hesitation on speed, no correction on angle. Be a really good score for Hassan here, let's see. And now we're going back on top of our Group 7, second run. Coming out on the initiation, putting the tires on the line. Put the inside clip there. Coming in with a lot of commitment. The bumper all the way on the wall from outside zone number 2, locked into 3. Coming in with a lot of speed for outside zone 4. Whoa, that was quick, that was insane. Maxing out the angle on 6 and then transition in for the last outside zone 7 there. Look at that, guys. It was an amazing run from Hassan. And that was the last driver of our group number 7. So now we're going to jump into our...
Hassan now staging up in the box. Getting ready to let that GR86 sing. Coming through the chicane. And yes, we are missing that iconic CDT livery here. Initiates in with a nice big flick. Pretty good coverage on that first outside zone. Left it a little bit too early there. Coming in outside zone number 2 here. Nearly perfect on that coverage. Just a little bit late getting in. Inside clip 1 on that second hash mark. Outside zone number 3. Perfect right there for Hassan. And very similar on 4. But again, just not early enough. Coming into that wall for outside zone number 5. Very nice angle there. Love the angle he's carrying through that zone. He transitions through, picks up majority of outside zone 6, leaving a little bit early. And again, on these inside clips, looks like just majority of the time picking up that second hash mark, but finishing out the run very strong with the last outside zone, putting an 89.09 on the board there.
The momentum, it's really going to bring you down in points. Coming out of the chicane here for run number 2, Hassan Celik. Let's see what he can put down here. Little safe flick. Coming in a little shallow to the first outside zone. Perfectly riding outside zone 2 into inner clip 1. Filling it perfectly as well. Outer zone 3 here. Beautiful angle coming around the track. He's really going all in here. Throws his rear bumper right into outer zone 5. Perfect entry into the zone. And again, beautiful coverage. Great angle. Really throwing this car around the track like he knows it. And coming into inner clip 2 and 3 with beautiful coverage, finishing out his run. Little entry early into that last zone, but a 92.2 for Hassan Celik.
Yeah, and one of the 2 hours to practice on these tracks here.
Hassan and Nafat down to the line here.
Strap.
Okay, yeah, no, I am here. Sorry, I'm just... As staff, sometimes you gotta do some staff things. Here we go. Initiating in is... Oh my goodness, wow, I am really losing my voice right now. Hassan in the lead position, Nafat chasing him down right now. As they come now into the transition over to outside zone number 4. Very nicely done by Hassan in the lead, nice and snappy. However, in the chase position, Nafat trying to get back up into that pocket there. Trying to apply some pressure and does just that through this transition. But as the transitions occur, Hassan ends up gaining a little bit more ground. However, right here through the inside clip, another last minute dive onto the door. Probably worse. I heard somebody call him Celica one time.
Oh
Here we go, though. Nafat out in the lead. Hassan chasing him down. Hassan on a very inside line. Whoa, way inside is Hassan. That is not where you want to be in that GR86. However, now correcting it through this transition, making sure to get right back into the pocket as we bring it around the track here. Coming out to the wall zone of outside zone number 5. Hassan putting the car right up close onto the door. A little bit better proximity than we saw from Nafat before. And now Hassan again going way on the inside, taking a very odd chase line. And that is not going to work out for him here as he has to dive through the last zone again. I'll be doing that. And here we go. We got 1, 2, and 3. It's unanimous. Hassan will be taking the win.
51. He was supposed to say area 51.
Here we go. Lights are on. Hassan in the lead position to lead Venus out. Both of these guys are making their way down, initiating in. Hassan putting a little bit of a gap right out of the gate, but Venus not going to let it stick. Cutting a little bit of that line to gain that proximity back, and now putting that S13 right in the pocket as they grab that inside clip. Transitioning through now to outside zone number 3, now out to outside zone number 4. Very good by Hassan in both of those. At Venus, you're getting a little bit more angle than Hassan is coming in outside zone number 5 and putting a little bit of tire to door there. Very nicely done by Venus in the chase position. As Venus almost over angling a little bit on that last transition and now straightening a little bit there, but still managing to keep it in drift and pushing Hassan across that finish. Interesting choice in the design to have the white logos right on top of the white like that. You almost can't make him out.
Very interesting to say the least, but Evanos throwing massive angle. Hassan playing very far inside here. Coming into outer zone 2, Hassan gets right on his door, almost pushing a little inside, really trying to grip it there. Transitioning on Ed's bumper. Ed keeping pretty solid angle and smoothness through this zone here, transitioning into outer zone 5. Hassan keeping really close, putting tire on door. Will Edvinus bring up a gap here? Sorry. I'm losing it. Hassan, a bit of a gap there. We are recovered. OMT.
Maybe? What?
One more time. Decision. OMT between both drivers.
Hopefully after this run of it, here we go. Venus taking a little bit of a jump to the start to try to keep up with Hassan as they do a nice easy flick in. And Venus having to play a little bit of catch up towards outside zone 2. Does just that and has to look like hold himself back a little bit, but now finally working his way into that pocket as Hassan in the lead, putting on a very good line here, very good angle, very steady. And a little bit of contact there, but looks like Hassan not going to let it stop him. He's going to keep on going here. At Venus trying to find his way back into the pocket again here, unfortunately having to fall back a little bit due to the contact. And right here on this transition, at Venus cleaning it up this time. But still a little bit of a gap there between him and Hassan.
I'm going to say it might really depend on this initiation there. Hassan playing really close, jumping it righteously, throwing it nearly into Evanos' door, running a little bit inside, but Evanos coming into outer zone 2, tapping the wall a little bit. Unfortunate there. Hassan having to make a bit of a correction based on the wall tap from Edvinas there. Bit of a gap, but I think Hassan might know the alcohol. And Ed throws it
in the SDA. They are not done. Oh, yeah, and there it is, making it a...
Very excited for this run.
Here we go. The lights are on. These drivers are making their way. Looks like we do have the normal camera back. Let's go. It's Hassan in the lead position. Mustafa chasing him down in outside zone number 2 here. Clean start so far. making sure that he puts that RX-8 right in the pocket. Hassan putting on a very good lead run, picking up that full zone right out to the track edge. Does it again right there in outside zone number 4, now bringing it around to the wall. Mustafa, though, unable to be shaken. He's right there. He's in the pocket. But Hassan in the lead, putting on a near perfect line. And oh, what a quick transition there. They wrap it around through the twin inners. Mustafa having to play a little bit of catch up through that third inside zone, but makes the stick all the way through outside zone number 7.
And they are off. Mustafa flying out of that chicane. Wow, throwing his rear bumper right into that outside zone, and Hassan is right there. Coming into inner clip 1, Hassan playing really close, backed up a little bit, having to play a little shallow there. Mustafa just throwing this car out there. Beautiful lead run. A little late transition in the chase bear, but big surge onto outer zone 5 on the second wall run here. Almost tapping his tire on that door. Mustafa, little bit of a tire drop there possibly, coming into the twin inners and finishing off this run. Hassan, wow, what a massive surge. And a beautiful, beautiful battle by both drivers here.
Oh, and here we go. We got 1 vote going for Mustafa, 1 for Hassan.
Oh my!
And it's going to be Mustafa Ahmed taking the win. Wow.
Okay, take it away.
Okay, so second run for Hassan. So 61 points on the first one. Now going to be looking for an improvement. So much angle going to outside zone 2. Nice wall ride there. Now into outside zone 3 as well. Fills out the zone very nicely. A little bit of a handbrake pull on outside zone 4, but not braking too much on that one. Using a lot of that angle to slow down right there. And look at that beautiful job throughout the zone so far. Now another great wall ride. Very consistent throughout the zones as well. Gets into the deepest part of the touch and go as well. And the last zone right here on the sweeper. Another great run by Hassan. Yeah, that was beautiful. I really like the wall ride at the start there. Look at this. Yes, exactly. You need to improve it at least by a few points. So currently, you know.
Well,
second run. Iban in the lead, Hassan in the chase. Iban initiating a good job there on outside zone 1, right into the wall. Barely just managing to scrape by. Hassan in the chase though, staying very close by, good proximity. Look at that, such a good battle so far. Hassan right on the door and Iban not shaken at all, getting into the rest of the zones. Now Hassan leaving just a little bit of space on the transition from outside zones 5 to 6. And yet again gets right on his door.
Very stylish lead run here from Ivan, yeah, but Hassan in the chase just stays on the door throughout all the way, all of